A one-hit wonder, maybe? Are you one of those people that go in and out of business, then back in and then back out, where you do really, really good, and then all of a sudden you just crash and burn? But don't worry about it. I too was that person. I would do really, really good. I had great ideas. As a matter of fact, yeah, great ideas. As a matter of fact, really great ideas. If I must say so myself. But I couldn't keep it here. I would do really great. I would be the best of the best. I would be at rock star status within my industry. The problem is I would always crash and burn. There was no middle ground for me. There was no like, well, business is a little slow and we're just going to do something to kind of rev it back up. No, that wasn't me. I was either good or I was not. So I was either in business or not in business. But the problem with that is I start wondering, gosh, am I built for this entrepreneur thing? Is this my calling? Is this my purpose? Am I supposed to be doing this? Because it seems oh so hard. Then you got people talking. It's that good girlfriend that says, didn't you try that already? As a matter of fact, didn't you try that about 5 times and you still don't have it right? Then you start thinking and saying, maybe she is right. She's the closest thing to you. And then you start taking those negative thoughts and placing them right here and creating your own glass ceiling. Then you start saying, well, I am over 40. It's a little too late. It'll never work. Or I just went through a divorce. And the one I used to use all the time, I'm a single parent. I got to do better. There has to be a better way. But truth be told, those are circumstances that, no, we cannot change. We cannot reverse the hands of time. But they are not circumstances that hinder us from being rock stars within a business. It doesn't stop us from creating a business. It doesn't stop us from going back into business, trying it again. As a matter of fact, truth be told, after 40, life gets better anyway. Life gets better after 40, if you didn't know. And then if you're divorced, it's a mishap. It's not anything that we want in our lives. But now that you want to jumpstart your business, you don't have to ask for permission. And those kids, put them to work. Put them to work. Because they are your why. They're the reason that you have this die-hard desire to be an entrepreneur. So, look. When I was going through that, I looked everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I was a conference junkie. And I am not afraid to admit it. It don't make a difference. I went to every conference, boot camp, one-day workshop, seminars. And I took the 4-week program, the 8-week program, the 12-week program. I've taken them all because I was a conference junkie. As a matter of fact, I read a lot of things. You guys see the books behind me, right? As a matter of fact, check this out. I got a little Robert Kiyosaki. I got a little Donald Trump. And I even got, check this out, a little T.D. Jakes, because there were many days I had to pray my way through this thing because it just got difficult for me. So it just got to a point where I was just gathering all these resources. But when you gather resources, guys, you got to implement them. And don't go to these seminars and boot camps and just do impulse buying. Because we all bought the tape, the DVDs, the CDs, the booklets, the workbooks, the autobiographies, and we get so excited and we run home, we're just all amped up. But then guess what? Those things sit underneath our bed and collect dust. It's almost like, do you remember the Carlton Sheets guy? The real estate infomercial that came on late at night where you could flip houses, buy houses with no money and no credit? We all bought the kit. but it sat underneath our bed and collected dust. That's the problem. We have to implement it. And you have to know the difference between being excited about something that doesn't work for you. Okay? And what I mean by that is the popular brand. Because sometimes we try to follow the crowd and who's the in coach, who's got the in brand. And because it's popular and it looks good, doesn't mean it's functional. Doesn't mean that it functions well for our business and our brand. As a matter of fact, it's kind of like, I got it, ladies. It's kind of like that guy who's about 6'5", tall, dark, handsome, kind of Idris Elba-ish. And for you other ladies that like it on the lighter side, Boris Kodjoe. It's like they look good, but they never call you. They never check to see, how was your day today, babe? They don't pick you up. There's no flowers. There's no dates. As a matter of fact, he didn't even call you in the last 24 hours. He looked good, but he's not functionable. And that's the same thing with our business. Just because a coach or a system or whatever it may be, whatever tool it may be, looks good and it's the popular brand, it may not be functional for our business. So you always got to pay attention and make sure everything that's shiny, you don't jump at. Okay? And sometimes you guys, you just have to get ready. You just got to get ready and implement. And as a matter of fact, getting ready is not an action word. Just so you know. Because sometimes we're always getting ready. First, you have to commit to finishing before you can even commit to starting. We can start a whole bunch of things. It's the commitment to finish and finish strong that is the problem. So first, you got to commit to finishing, and then you can commit to start. You have to get started. You never know if it will sell if you don't try to sell it. As a matter of fact, done is better than perfect. We're always trying to make sure we have all the pieces to the puzzle. We always try to make sure our systems are in place and we're perfect before we launch. We're perfect before we open the doors for business. We're perfect before we run our ads. We always try to be so perfect to the point that we don't even get started. We just don't get started. And if you need a little accountability, write a contract to yourself. I do it all the time. Write a contract to yourself. As a matter of fact, get a piece of paper, put the date up top, and put I in your name, and say, I'm going to do this, 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 and this by this date. Put a deadline on it. Because if you don't put a deadline on it and you don't place a date on it, you're not going to finish it. Because there has to be an end. There has to be a completion date. And then sign it and date it and hang it up. I have so many pieces of paper hanging around my office, you'd be surprised. But I know I need a daily, constant reminder of accountability, a constant reminder of why I do this. I also write my goals down and I pin them up because I need to know every day why I do this. What are my goals for the day? What are my goals for the month? What are my goals for the year and the next 5 years? You got to write them down. Sometimes we need that accountability because there are no shortcuts to the top. So after that, you got to get dirty. What do I mean by getting dirty? Sometimes you have to become an adult intern. You got to put the work in. That's the best training I have ever had is hands-on. Being an adult intern. Hands-on training is the best. Sometimes you have to join a mastermind group. Yes, the mastermind might cost you a couple dollars, but so what? There's not a number that you can put on networking and being with like-minded people that are, trying to go in the same direction, trying to be successful, trying to be there and basically want to see you be successful too. You got to make sure you have the right network because we all know that it's tied into your net worth. So, hey, there's no shortcuts. You got to get dirty with it. And by the way, is your brand even clear? Do people get it? Do they understand what it is that you do? If you mention I do X or I do this, do they know what that is? Or is your brand a secret? You have to question yourself. What you need is an honest assessment. You need straight talk. Because sometimes we have family and friends around that think that you're the best because you've been in business and they haven't. They're going to their 9-to-5 job and you've been in business, but you know that you're not that successful. But in their eyes, you are. So they would tell you, oh, you're doing so great. You have your own business. You're this and you're that. And you know that you're a one-hit wonder. You know that, yes, at a point I was great, but it is not today. You need somebody that's going to give you an honest assessment, straight talk. And that's what I do. I do straight talk with Lyric. It's almost like, okay, you've seen the show American Idol, right? Okay, great. And everybody's mad at Simon. But look at this. When you were little, your mama told you can sing, right? She told you could sing, and she always said, my baby sound good. You had the family reunion. She called over Uncle Joe and Aunt Betty. Come on over here. Sing for them, baby. And you just be singing your little heart out. And everybody said, oh, yeah, my baby can sing. You see my little cousin, she can really go. And you grow up thinking that you can sing. So you trot your little self down there and you're going to try out for American Idol. You get up there, sing your little heart out, and then you realize that Simon says, that was horrible. But you're mad, you're crying, you're upset with Simon, but you can't be mad at them. You need to be mad at mama now. Because all your life, you've had somebody tell you that you were great. You need an honest assessment. Straight talk is what I call it. And the same thing with your business. You need an honest assessment. Is your business doing great? Could it be improved? Are there some systems, some tools, some coaching that you could possibly implement to make it great? Of course it is. But you need the straight talk. Straight talk with Lyric is what I call it, because I'm not the girl that's going to hold your hand and sing Kumbaya. We're not going to get anywhere with that. I needed that honest assessment, and that's just the same way that I do with my clients and people that come into my circle. Honest assessment, because we can't grow without it. Okay? Straight talk. As a matter of fact, let me ask you this. Are you tired of being a one-hit wonder when it comes to your business? Are you tired of taking a backstage pass to your dreams? Are you ready to create your rock star team? Are you ready to amp up your profits? So what's holding you back? What's holding you back from topping the charts in your industry? Think about it for a second. You know, it's never too late to restart, revamp, and reinvent yourself. All you have to do is say, I'm committed to doing so. That's it. You have to make that commitment to say, you know what? I'm going to reinvent myself because it's possible. And it's only possible if you allow it. You have complete control over it. What you need is the Rockstar Reloaded Business Blueprint. And you're probably wondering, will this even work for me? Absolutely. Absolutely. We need to have a straight talk. Let me show you what the Rockstar Reloaded Business Blueprint is. Straight talk with Lyric. As a matter of fact, if you want to have a straight talk with me, let's talk. 30 minutes, free, no charge. Text the word Rockstar to 301-768-4400. That's right. Text the word Rockstar, all one word, to 301-768-4400. And let's talk about it. Let's just have a conversation. Let me show you what the Rockstar Reloaded Business Blueprint looks like for your business. with that particular blueprint, we're going to try to understand what the plan is for your business. You got to have a plan. You got to go from that concept to cash. How do we go from the idea to implementation to our first sale? You got to have a plan. Let's also, underneath the Rockstar Reloaded Blueprint, you find out that, hey, I understand how to create my own stage using certain tools. You're also going to prepare for your business growth by utilizing a team. Your team and your tools. It's lights, camera, actions, guys. Lights, camera, action. Intern, protege, success. So text the word Rockstar to 301. I'm so excited I can't even get it all out. I'm trying to be serious, but I'm just like excited here. But text the word Rockstar to 301-768-4400. Because you know what? I remember when it was all lights, no action, and no money. And sometimes no lights. But it doesn't have to be your story. I didn't have anybody to tell me. There was no blueprint. There was no straight talk. But that doesn't have to be your story. Let's connect. Text the word Rockstar to 301-768-4400. Let's connect. Let's meet at the top and we'll go together. Rockstar status in our business at all times. See you at the top.